What's up guys, it's Bradley Overrated coming at you with, of course, another Overrated review, the most casual reviews on all of YouTube, and today's game is Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. This murder mystery slash visual novel is one crazy SOB, so let's get into it right now. And I just want to start off by saying I honestly really loved this game from head to toe, from start to finish. I absolutely loved it. I'm not joking by any means when I say this is probably one of my all-time favorite games I have now ever played. It is easily within the top 10, and I have played probably over 1,000 games in my life. So when I say this was a really great game, at least personally, this is a really good game. And it follows the standard, story for all the Danganronpa games. 16 students go in, and hypothetically, only one can come out. The students are forced to murder each other if they want to escape. The goal for escaping the place that they are essentially imprisoned in is you have to murder one of your fellow students and not get caught. If you are found out to be the culprit, though, you yourself will be executed, and the killing game will continue. That's kind of how always the Danganronpa series has gone. And in this game, however, what really stood out to me was the story development and the characters themselves. And speaking of those characters, don't get too attached if you can help it, because a lot of them won't make it on this one. And I just want to say real quick, as you look through these characters that I'm going to show you right now, they're great. They are really great. Some of them are just downright freaky, to annoying, to positive, to crazy. I mean, they have so much personality, and I just love it. I loved it so much that I became, unfortunately, way too attached to some of these characters and their story and their background, that when one of them did pass away, I totally didn't get all teary-eyed and choked up. I would never do that in a game. You do that, not me. But I will say this, that I did feel very attached to a good handful of these characters and the way they brought about their stories. There were so many instances where I would be laughing from one moment and then a few minutes later be totally, like I said, not wanting to cry because of what had transpired in the game. I would never do that, but this game really brings the story to the forefront. Its presentation is excellent, and I just really love that. It is the best thing about this game by far. When it comes to the side activities and actually exploring the school itself, they went the extra mile. There are collectibles to be discovered within the rooms, within the class trials themselves. The items that you collect in this game are a lot more important and significant, as they can unlock extra bonus scenes for you. And most importantly, there is an entire casino in this game that of course doesn't have microtransactions, but it does give you a chance to earn even more coins and earn more special items. And oh boy, just trust me when I say those special items that you can earn in the casino, especially the love key. Yes, it is just excellent what can happen there. I really like that they threw in the mini games, as it helps give you a good change of pace, so you don't always feel like you have to just do story and that's it. And if you want to take a break and go gamble some coins and play the slot machine, you can do that, and it's a really nice feature. When it comes to the negatives about this game, the really only big kind of negative I can think of is just some of the background drops aren't that great looking. They've never looked that great in any of the Danganronpa series. And if it's one thing this game in particular doesn't improve, it is definitely the backgrounds. And the after game extra content isn't necessarily the best. I do think it is better than compared to the second game, for example, but it's still not quite the greatest thing ever. Having said that, that extra content is exactly what I just said it is. It's just extra content. It's not really meant to be part of the whole experience. It's just a little bonus stuff for you after you have finished the game, and I think that's fine. I'm glad it's in there. It gives you more playtime in a game that can already consume dozens of hours, and it's easily worth the $60 price tag that they are asking for. Alright guys, so it's time to finally sum up how I feel and give this game a letter grade. Danganronpa V3 is something truly special. I really love this game from head to toe. I'm not going to say it is a perfect game, but I will argue that it is a near perfect game, especially in the visual novel genre. This is the type of game that, if you're looking for a prime example of what a visual novel should be like in video games, this is the textbook definition of it. This is coming from someone that's played a lot of these visual novel games where a lot of them are just kind of over-sexualized or boring. I mean, really boring, where it just tells you a story and that's basically it, which is technically fine for a visual novel, but in my experience, the stories never quite come together and they're just not very well written. But the Danganronpa series as a whole is extremely well written, and this one is easily the best one, and the ending it's mind-blowing. I'm not going to spoil it, but you definitely are going to want to play this series. Start from the first game, work your way to this one, because it is easily worth your time, effort, and money. I give Danganronpa V3 an A. And I could have given it an A- or a B+, and you would be justified in wanting to give it those grades, but this game to me, like I said, when I compare it to any other visual novel that I've ever played in my life, I have never felt so complete when playing any of them, especially if they're compared to this game. Danganronpa V3 is the best visual novel I have ever experienced in video game history, so I have to give it an A, because nothing has even gotten close to being able to do what this game has done. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I know I just kind of gushed a lot about this game, but it's just because these games just don't exist that much anymore, and when you get a game that is this unique and is just, especially when every single game is so heavily filled with season passes and microtransactions and all of that extra BS content, when you get a game like this that doesn't have any of that and delivers a truly unique and enjoyable experience, I just really want to highlight it, because if you haven't tried this series, this is a must play. Alright, that's it for me guys. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Have a good one.